A U.S. fighter jet equipped with laser weapons crossed the Israeli border. This fighter jet is the embodiment of the U.S. spirit in the air. Now it's faster, more powerful, and more dangerous thanks to the latest modernization. The main innovation was the installation of a laser weapon, which was previously tested by its equally legendary colleague. Laser F-22, with the most powerful aircraft engine, is now in the sky over Israel. Let's try to figure out what could have caused this strange event and what laser weapons have to do with it. The first thing that comes to mind is protecting Israel from an unexpected air threat. However, Israel itself has a large fleet of American aircraft. About 350 legendary F-16s are in service with the IDF. Over the years, due to budgetary constraints and the need for one aircraft to perform several different missions, the F-16 has evolved into an all-weather multi-role fighter. It was the first aircraft to use an electric remote flight control system, which made it more maneuverable. The F-16 was also the first aircraft to have a reinforced airframe, which allowed it to withstand a G-force of 9. This functionality is enough to protect yourself from any threat from your neighbors. However, the fighter jet used by the U.S. to cross the border is not exported from the U.S. Do you think the United States wanted to make a certain geopolitical statement with this? The fact is that Israel recently attacked the city of Rafah, which was not approved by the United States and its allies. America has already announced a reduction in military aid to the IDF and perhaps decided to show power at the same time, and the F-22 is best suited for this. After all, this is such a sophisticated aircraft that the United States has banned its export.
These are very good aircraft.
Although development of the F-22 began in the late 1990s, it did not fly its first combat mission until 2014. The mission involved a strike on the ISIS command and control building in Syria. The mission was successful. But why hasn't the Raptor been used in combat before? According to the Air Force, there was no need for a high-tech and extremely expensive aircraft, and even now, this fighter's 2 levels above all analogs.
That the Air Force wanted a stealthy fighter. It was also clear that they wanted an airplane that would supercruise, in other words, run supersonically without lighting off the afterburners.
The Raptor's stealth capabilities are a key feature of its design. The developers sought to find a way for the aircraft to remain virtually undetected on enemy radar. Due to numerous bends in the airframe design, radar beams are reflected in all directions instead of returning to the source. As a result, a bumblebee-sized spot appears on the radar.
You walk around the airplane, everywhere you look, what you see is something that's designed to do the job in the most efficient and effective way, and no wasted space, no wasted capability. It's truly an airplane.
The F-22 can carry a very wide range of air-to-air missiles in its weapons bay, but it's less equipped to use air-to-ground missiles. Therefore, the U.S. Air Force decided that it needed another cheaper, more versatile aircraft to fly routine missions and conduct combat in the air and on the ground. It was the F-35 Lightning II, which was put into production to save the F-22 from non-core missions. And Israel has plenty of F-35s. However, I would not engage in air combat with the Raptor.
You know firsthand from flying the Raptor against other aircraft and flying other aircraft against the Raptor that it's like clubbing baby seal.
That's why American F-22s freely left the Allies' airspace while Israel's F-35s continue to stand peacefully on the ground. Theoretically, the F-35's versatility should change the rules of modern combat, but some critics are skeptical of this concept. However, its technical characteristics are impressive. For example, F-35 helmets allow pilots to see through the aircraft. Visibility has always been a problem in fighter jets. Previous generations of aircraft sometimes had multiple screens showing real-time images from 4 different directions, but a specially equipped $400,000 F-35 helmet shows real-time images from infrared cameras throughout the aircraft on a seamless augmented reality display, effectively allowing the pilot to see right through his own aircraft. Its versatile weaponry changes depending on the mission, and its stealth systems easily bypass enemy air defense. This aircraft is not lacking in weapons either. It can carry about 10 tons of weapons, which is too much to list in the video. Just believe that there are a lot of weapons. To deploy the missiles, the aircraft has 10 slots, 2 of which are hidden for use in stealth mode, which will allow the target to be worked on undetected.
And by the way, because of stealth, it's designed really to carry the weapons internally.
And now we come to the most interesting part. Is it possible that the U.S. movement across the border was due to other reasons, such as laser weapons? The fact is that the United States has successfully tested a laser gun on one of the longest-lived members of its A-10 Thunderbolt fleet.
Ugly only a mother could love is probably the way most of us describe it. It's that ugliness is what makes it so tough.
The A-10's design is actually unique. The large wing area, large left and right ailerons, and high wing area ratio all contribute to the Warthog's excellent maneuverability, especially at low speeds.
Next to you, it's like you kind of strap on the plane itself, and it's an extension of you.
The A-10 is almost as long as it is wide. The wing design and size of the aircraft, combined with large turbofan engines, allow the A-10 to take off and land on short-field airfields. These engineering decisions allow the aircraft to land as close to the front line as possible. The airframe has a honeycomb structure that reduces weight while adding strength. This allows the A-10 to fly farther and longer. In addition, the shape of the cockpit provides a 360-degree view of the battlefield.
That's one of the reasons that I was enticed by the A-10.
The main armament of the A-10 Warthog is the GAU A-8 Avenger Gatling gun, a 30mm automatic bow gun.
I fired the gun. You know, I had to come off the trigger because it scared me, because I couldn't believe something like that could come out of the front of the airplane, all the flames, the smoke.
In addition to the iconic look of the Warthog, it also provides powerful air-to-ground and air-to-air targets. In addition, the A-10 can be equipped with everything from bombs and mines to missiles of various types.
Accurate for a gun system and probably one of the most flexible weapon systems.
It's noteworthy that the Warthog is carrying more weapons than it weighs. The Thunderbolt II weighs 12 tons, and together with the GAU 8A gun, it can carry 13 tons of weapons. The weight's even greater if we add the AGM-65 missiles, which weigh 660 pounds each and can destroy a tank with a single hit. The bombs are launched using precision technology, but the gun is mostly fired manually. And now it also shoots a laser. But can such an old aircraft be used only for testing the laser system? Will the F-22 be the aircraft that will be equipped with laser technology to operate in the skies over Israel? So far, there's been no official word on this, but the military community is very concerned about this possibility. If the laser mounted on the F-22 can indeed perform combat missions in the air, it will radically change the proportion of forces in the world, even with such a small fleet of F-22s. And the fact that this is happening over a hot region should cool the heads of all parties to the conflict. That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe and like us. See you soon.